Greetings, your Royal Highnesses. It's your girl, Lady Lane, back with another video. Topic of discussion tonight is voting. I mean, isn't that like the hype right now? We're always so hyped about the presidential election, like who's gonna be the next president? Um, you know, not really trying to downplay the president because ultimately he or she is the person that represents us to the world. But I just want to talk to you guys about something a little more serious that I hear my cousin talk about, like every time it's time to vote. Like she goes hard, she goes strong on it. And I'm thinking I'm just finally getting it. Like I knew, but you know, I didn't really know or think of how important it was. And I hear and I agree. And of course, you may hear me and agree, but I'm trying to break it down as, not as passionate as her so that you can kind of get the gist of what's really being said. And so she always talks about us for voting the every 2 years. We always vote every 4 years for the president, but we don't really know how important it is to vote every 2 years for our local government or our congressman. Like, this is very important. You go up the chain, um, your local government, and then the congressman who ultimately takes the things to the president for us. And um, we we don't. I'm trying to be very careful with my words here. We don't really. We always say like our vote doesn't count and things of that nature, but it does. It does, and it's very important that you vote these every 2 years because the local government, and these are the people that represents us on a day to day. They are the ones that makes these decisions about what roads need to be fixed or um, how the schools need to be district and just things of that nature. And um, we don't go vote for them. We just assume that it is what it is, and whoever's going to be in there is going to be in there. They're going to be in there because of who's voting. And it's not even just going out to vote. Like, I really want you to be educated when you go out to vote. And that's really what I want to talk to you guys about. What I'm really stressing tonight is be educated on the candidates. Like, know what's going on, know what they believe, know what they stand for, because that's what you're voting for. You need to know. You need to know where you stand and what you believe in, and then find the candidate that stands for what you stand for and believe in what you believe in. Um, I know, oh, they're politicians. We can't believe everything we hear and all this and all that. But listen, you can't talk junk. You can't do anything if you're not going out there and voting. Period. Like, hush, because when it's time for your voice to be heard, you're not making it heard. But really, our local government and our reps and the senates, they're very important, and you need to go out and vote for them. Again, like I said, knowing what they stand for. You need to know what you stand for and what's important to you. And then you need to do your research on these candidates, on what they're saying. Hey, what their arguments are. Hey, I'm all for reforming education, or hey, I'm all for economic growth, or whatever it may be. You need to know these things, because when you go to the polls and vote, you need to vote for the person that is like-minded, that is like you, that's thinking like you. We're voting for the lesser of the evil. Um, and what I've noticed is what's happening is mommy and daddy is saying, oh, I'm Democrat or I'm Republican. And you grow up saying I'm Democrat or I'm Republican. Why? Because my mom and my dad is Democrat and Republican. And when we go to the polls to vote, what we're voting for is that party. We're voting strictly for a Democrat or strictly for a Republican because I'm Republican or because I'm Democrat. So I'm going to vote for them. Listen, every Democrat, because you're Democratic, does not believe what you believe. Every Republican, just because you're Republican, does not believe what you believe, does not feel the things that you think are important are important. So it's important to know these candidates, know what their arguments are, knowing what they believe in and what they're standing for and what they want to change. Because if you're worrying about if education is important to you and you're saying you're Democratic, but the Democrat says, oh, the economic growth is what's important, or oh, how our streets look and how our city look is more important than our education, then there's a problem there. But the Republican is saying, hey, we need to reform our schools. Our children's education is important. Why would you vote for a Democrat that does not care about what you care about? Why not vote for the Republican or vice versa? You could be worried about the economic growth in your city or in your town or whatever it may be. And you're voting for the person that does not care, that says, the city will be the city or the roads will be the roads. They're going to be tore up or, there's no more jobs that need to come in to the city. I mean, and you're one of those people that's struggling and living check by check. Like, wouldn't you want better jobs, better money, like increase in the money? Gosh, why can't I think? um, in the wages, yeah, increase wages. Wouldn't you want that? Why are you going to vote for the person that's only caring about the schools? So when you go to the polls to vote, I'm telling you, please be educated on the candidates when you go. Know what they stand for, because ultimately they are the ones that decide what is going to happen in your community, what is going to happen in your state. These people represent you, and then they're representing your state or your city to the president. And do you think they're going to represent what you value? If you vote for somebody who does not value the things that you value, they're not. They're just not. So it's important for you to know these people, your local government. Yes, know the president too, and your vice president, and all these other governments, parties. Know what they're standing for. Know their values. And then vote according to the values, not vote according to the party. Is really what I'm saying. It's very important because, again, if you're going to vote for somebody to be on your team that is totally against what you believe in and is totally against your team, why would you want them on your team to sabotage you? It doesn't make sense. So know who you're voting for. Don't just go straight down the line. I'm Democrat. I'm just voting on Democrat. I'm guilty of it. I did it. I've done it. I've done it. But now I know better. I'm doing better. Like, no, we're living in crucial times. And listen, knowledge, as they say, knowledge is power. Knowledge is power. And not only that, the Bible says we perish for the lack of knowledge. And if you're putting people on your team that is sabotaging you, you're going to perish because you're not voting, you're not educating yourself on the candidates and what they stand for, and you're not voting, accordingly. You're just going in there and swiping left or swiping right or bubbling in all Democrats, all Republicans. And these people, these candidates does not value the things that you value. So please, I'm asking you, when you go out to the polls to vote this year, if you hadn't already, and every year, every 2 years, or however, whenever you guys have a chance to vote on anything, know what is being said. Educate yourself on what's going on. Please don't go in blinded. Go with some knowledge and vote for those who are standing for you. Vote for these people are representing you. The House of Representatives, your local government. These people are representing you. Dude, why would you want somebody who is totally against what you're all about to represent you? And I'm just going to leave it like that. When you go to the polls to vote, please be knowledgeable of the candidates. If you already voted, chunk it up as well, I'll do better next time. And please do better next time. I mean, I'm just going to leave it like that. Just be educated on your candidates. Know what they stand for and vote accordingly. Like I said, we voting for the lesser of the evil, but vote for the one that says that some of their lifestyle shows that they value what you value. You're going to have to do a little research. You're going to have to do a little digging. You're going to have to pay attention to what's going on. Please be educated when you go out and vote. And that's pretty much it. Yeah. Know your candidates. Go to the polls. Vote, 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 vote. Please vote. I'm not going to tell you who to vote for, but listen, how to vote. How to vote? Vote educational. Vote informative. Know what you're looking for, what you're believing in, and know those candidates that are doing the same and vote for them. That's what I'm saying. It's okay if you're Democrat and you vote Republican. It's okay if you're Republican and you vote for some Democrats. Nobody knows. Nobody knows. But you voting for somebody who don't believe in what you believe in because mama and daddy said vote Democrat or vote Republican or vote liberal. Dude, vote for what's right in your eyes. Vote for what you stand for. Vote for your values. And there you have it. I'll see you guys the next time. I love you. Bye-bye.